For the past 5 years, I have been obsessed with Rocket League improvement. I've repeatedly asked myself over and over for so long, what are the most defining factors that make the best players in the world truly the best? How do you reach the flow state consistently? Which kinds of training should you spend your time on in-game? What is the best overall routine to maximize Rocket League improvement? Today, after my years of experiments, studying, and coaching experience, I've created my version of the golden routine to optimize all of this. In this video, I'll show you exactly how it's broken down, the amount of detail and thought that goes into it, as well as the incredible results of it in action. Today's video is sponsored by Opera GX. If you haven't already heard about Opera GX at this point, it's basically a web browser that's specifically built for gamers, and it has a ton of cool features in it. One of my favorites is GX Control. With this feature, you can limit your CPU, RAM, and network usage so that your games can continue to run smoothly while you keep your browser open. Other browsers don't have any feature like this, and you can see the huge difference in your task manager. Also, the customizability is just insane. There's a ton of different official and user-generated mods you can install by just browsing the GX store. They come with background music, wallpapers, and a ton of sound effects that are all really satisfying. Like when you type on your keyboard or click on things or open and close tabs, you'll be able to hear it. And you can manage all of these mods and switch between them seamlessly. There's also a quick import tool you can use to transfer your settings and extensions over from your previous browsers, so making the switch to Opera GX is super easy. By the way, all of this is completely free. You can literally download it right now if you want. There's so many more cool features I can never fit into this short time, so if you want to learn more or download it for yourself, the link is in the description in the pinned comment. Thanks again to Opera GX for sponsoring the video. Throughout these 5 days, I ended up having some of the best Rocket League results I've ever had in such a short amount of time, and you'll see exactly what that looks like over the course of this video. The precision, the speed, the flow, all of it was so perfect. And all the credit goes directly to this routine that I used to get myself there. However, what might come as a surprise to some of you is that this routine I'm talking about doesn't start when you first launch the game. It actually starts way earlier, from the moment you wake up. What I first learned after talking with so many experts over the years was just how important the psychology aspect of Rocket League is. One of the worst ways you can start the day is by feeling groggy in the first hour, leading to brain fog later on when you're trying to compete. So it's important to start it off healthy with a good amount of sleep, get something in your system, even if it's just a little, and stepping outside for some fresh air. I know that might sound scary for some of you, but you know, it's okay. It's easy to look at these morning activities and disregard them as unnecessary, but they're actually incredibly important when it comes to reaching a flow state later on, and you'll see exactly what that looks like very soon. So that's also why I made it part of the routine to go for a short run before even launching Rocket League in the first place. There's actually studies that prove exercise like this helps with gaming performance. It all comes down to the psychological effects. For me, what it means is going for a light 15-minute jog before hopping on the game, nothing too intense. All right, I am back from the short jog. My heart's still pumping a bit, so now's the time to just let it cool down. And also during this time, I'm gonna meditate for about 10 minutes just to help clear my mind and generate focus. If there's any other stress that I still have or other things that I'm thinking about outside of the game, then this should help me get rid of that and let go of it. So by the time I am playing, there's just no other distractions. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys on my computer when it's time to get warmed up in game. When it's time to launch Rocket League, the first thing to do is, of course, warm up in free play. There's no secret here, it's what all the pros do as well. The best way to break the ice when logging on to start the day is by just hitting the ball around at a high speed. It's all about reintroducing yourself to the physics of the game so that you're familiar with them once again. For me, this only takes about 15 minutes. Next up is where it gets really important. One of my most impactful experiments I've done in any of my videos to this day is still, without a doubt, my shooting precision video. Basic shooting precision is, in my opinion, the most useful fundamental of Rocket League, but at the same time, it's also one of the most neglected, even at a high level. People often think that directly practicing shooting isn't worth your time because it's something that'll always be difficult, no matter how much you practice it. And while that is true, it's very difficult. What the experiment in that video revealed was that it is trainable if you put enough focus into it. And it's absolutely worth your time if you actually commit to the practice. So for the next hour before playing any games, I practice shooting power and accuracy exclusively through workshop maps and training packs, aiming only for the corners and very specific parts of the net. Aim small, miss small. That's the idea. The The last thing I'm gonna do before heading into some games is some slow-mo free play for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna go with 85% speed right here. I did an experiment a while ago where I used slow-mo as a warm-up before ranked, and it just helped me play a ton better. It basically forces you to not be on autopilot while you're playing, and it works really well. It makes complete sense why you feel so speedy after doing it. All right, I'm gonna hop into some ranked ones now, and we'll see how it goes. I played 3 matches this season. Got him. The thing about these 1v1 games is that they still aren't the climax of the routine. In fact, if I'm completely honest, I'm not even trying to win these games at all. Yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy. These 1v1 games should be treated the same exact way you treat free play. Not being afraid to go for crazy mechanics and get punished for them when you inevitably mess up. Treating open nets not like they're super scary and like you're trying to be really careful with them, but just like it's free play and shooting it from a long distance even when you don't have to. The whole point of this part of the routine is to expand your creativity on a mechanical level and not feel so uptight just because it's ranked. And also, of course, to reap the benefits of the different kinds of bounces and setups you get. Truth is, in free play, you don't actually get practice with every kind of setup there is in the game. The nature of it is that you have to set up everything completely on your own. But in 1v1, you get completely different chances for things you never would have gotten in free play, which gives you some incredibly valuable practice if you take advantage of it. If you're having trouble loosening up, it's also a good idea to turn your chat off to help you focus on yourself more and make it feel even more like free play. I know it definitely helps me, so that's what I did. You can also literally put a sticky note at the top of your screen where the scoreboard is if you find yourself constantly looking at it. These games really are just a bunch of mechanical reps happening in 5-minute increments. The scoreline doesn't matter at all. The wins and losses don't matter at all. It's just about the reps. If you can truly commit to that mindset in your 1v1 games, you might not be winning most of them, but you'll be improving way faster than anyone you go against. Got it. That is it for the ones games. I'm gonna go get lunch. Hooray, it's lunchtime. Yeah, so we've done a total of 4 hours of prep and practice at this point and still haven't sweated it out in any ranked games yet, but that's actually by design. It's supposed to be like that. The climax of this whole routine is coming right up, where we head into solo queue ranked 2s with complete focus and trying to win every single game. All this prep I've done is about to come together, but first, it's important to make sure that I won't get hungry in the middle of the ranked session, so I'm having something healthy for lunch that I know will sit well in my stomach. And while eating, I'm watching some pro 2v2 gameplay to build up that confidence and remind myself how 2v2 is meant to be played, since it's easy to disconnect from that after training for so long. Finally, at 1:45 p.m., I head back to the setup and do one last slow-mo free play warm-up for 15 minutes. So at 2 p.m. sharp, after all this work, it's finally time to see it pay off. Follow? Should be able to score here. Yep. Let's go. That should be it. Nice. Good first game. Bump maybe? Got him? Let's go. Maybe past mid? That's perfect. Yes, sir. Good game. And we dropped 1,000 in game 2, dude. Do it. Oh my gosh, I'm the best. He went. Shot. There we go. Added a little zap dash in there. Good game once again. Let's go. If the highlights don't already speak for themselves, day 1 went amazingly. Every game felt extremely easy and like I could outpace everyone, which was awesome, especially considering I had been stuck down at this rank for the entire season so far. Even on the games I lost, I still felt and played amazingly. The session kicked off with a 7-game win streak and finished with a record of 13-4, going up a total of 83 MMR in just the 2 hours. The exciting part, there were still 4 more days of this remaining. And if you thought the progress would stop or slow down there, you would be highly mistaken. I began day 2 the exact same way as day 1. Every single detail down nearly to the minute. The thing about routines like this is it's super important to keep them as consistent as possible. You don't want to leave any variables between the days that could cause you to play worse on one of them. And as you build up this consistency, you truly see the benefits of it. Everyone has good and bad days of Rocket League every so often, but having a consistent routine like this to rely on brings your skill floor up so much higher so that your bad days aren't nearly as bad as before, and your good days happen way more often. No! I did it! I got it! I actually got the pogo! Oh! That's a goal. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, there we go. Let's go! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The zap dash for the goal. I'll go up. Bang. Let's go. Oh yeah. I'm so good. I am the best. Day 2's games, of course, went amazingly as well, gaining another huge chunk of MMR. I started out the session with another 6-game win streak. I just couldn't be stopped. Everything was flowing so well. I won't share the exact stats of each individual day from here on out because I think it's more exciting to see it all come together at the end. But as you can probably tell, it was another extremely successful session, giving me even more confidence heading into days 3 and 4. It is day number 3, and I want to talk about something important I learned that I actually haven't mentioned yet. It has to do with your setup. If you ever watch RLCS, you'll notice how different pros have completely different postures and positions that they play the game in. Some people are way hunched over, some people sit upright with their monitor super high and close. There's a bunch of different positions, but they all work is the thing. What truly matters most about your setup is 1, the lack of distractions, obviously. Ideally, you don't want your phone buzzing trying to get your attention while you're mid-flip reset. And 2, the consistency of your position. Everything from your chair height to your monitor position to the lighting in your room are all super important for this. There's a Valorant pro player named Tens who literally uses the Measure app on his phone to measure the angle of his monitor before he plays each time. Different people have different preferences with this stuff, but the best of the best always make sure that their setup is consistent and intentional. You might have noticed me put my headphones on and change the lighting of this room when I play ranked 2s in this video. That's on purpose too. It helps me feel like more intense and like it's the real deal when I'm starting my 2v2 games. Most of this stuff about your setup definitely is personal preference, but what matters is that it's deliberate and consistent every single time. Oh my gosh, what a flick! Let's go! I got it! Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Boom. Let's go! Go up. Shot. Oh, what a shot. Let's go. Got the beat. Got the angle. Yes, sir. I'll go again. What a shot. Oh, my gosh. What a shot. Mid pass. Nice. Oh, my gosh. What a play. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. No way! No way I did it! That's my first sidewall double goal. Oh my god. It is time for day 5, the final day. To be honest, after this whole experiment, I am exhausted. The commitment and focus it takes to pull off this routine every day is no joke, and it's clear to me that I am not cut out for this whole Rocket League pro job. But at the same time, the results have already been extraordinary. I've scored new mechanics in-game that I never had before, zap dash goals, pogos, sidewall doubles, even a version of Zen's signature shot, which is insane to me. While at the same time, skyrocketing in MMR so quickly and consistently every day. Not to mention how much I've genuinely improved on a base level as a player. So on the last day of the routine, I couldn't have asked for anything better. Fine. Let's go. Let's go. Double tap. Let's go. Let's go. Nice. Have a dunk. Trying to doink mid. Shot. Nice finish. That's a good shot. Yes, let's go. After yet another successful day of ranked, day 5 went exactly according to plan as well. And now that it's all complete, it's time to look at the results. In every single 2v2 session this week, I went up in MMR. That's truly consistency at its finest. Some days were definitely better than others as I went on some bigger win streaks between the losses, but they were all filled with progress in terms of MMR and personal improvement. I might not technically have reached my peak MMR in 2s, but considering GC2 is twice as exclusive as it used to be just 6 months ago, I've actually reached a higher caliber of skill than I've ever been at before. Another thing I didn't expect but was pleasantly surprised by was that in 1v1, I actually finished 50 MMR higher than where I started. To be honest, I thought I would end up way lower with how I was playing, but as I was getting better and more consistent, my improvement outweighed the ridiculous playstyle I was using. So while this whole experiment may have been extremely exhausting and revealed to me exactly why I'm not cut out for this sort of job, without a doubt, it turned out to be a complete success. Thanks for watching. You can check out some of those videos I talked about in the description if you'd like. Don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.